Hey guys, my name is Stephanie, or you can call me Mago Mago, whichever you like. Um, this is a new channel, and I'm reacting to Big Brother Season 26, Episode 2, Premiere Night, Part 2. Yeah, continuation of Premiere Night. So we met the other 8 contestants, and they are the following: Quinn, Leah, Lisa, Matt, Cedric, Tikor, Brooklyn, and Kenny. Um, I'm posting this pretty late. It's been a day since the episode came out. Um, I just didn't have the time, and I was excited for feeds. I have it actually playing right next to me, but I'm not listening to it. It's on mute. Um, Feeds are going crazy. I'm not going to talk about what's happening in the feeds though in this video. I was thinking of making a video about the feeds, but so much is happening. I don't think I have all the details. So if you guys would want that, I'll do it. I might end up still doing it even if I don't get any comments about it. If I feel like it just won't be 100% accurate. Like I won't have every single thing that happened, just what I caught. Okay, so this episode though, it was basically the same as last episode. It was copy paste, basically. Except at least the challenges were different. And I was thanking God, thanking whoever for that because I didn't mention this in the last video, I'm pretty sure, but um whenever we realized that it was gonna be like the same thing, I was just like, oh, please don't be the same competitions. At least don't be the same competitions. Having to see the same competitions would have been so whack. Like, what? But they were different. So they did the whole shebang. We got the introductions of each player. And then they entered the house four at a time, and then Julie told them to go to the backyard. They went to the backyard. They went into that little structure they made, two level structure. Um, and then Julie told them about the 17th house guest that they had to vote in or vote out. Tell her, or basically tell her that she could come in or she couldn't come to the competition. And basically, well, the last episode it was a tie. It was 4-4. So she didn't have enough votes because she needed 5 to be able to come in. And this time it was even less. 6 voted no and 2 voted yes. But as we know already, which was so it was no shocker to us, but it was a shocker to them. Um, Ainsley was the 17th guest, was not actually a house guest at all. It's AI, and she was always gonna end up in the house. She's just not a house guest. Um, yeah. I'm guessing nothing has come up about a 17th guest other than this Ainsley, who's not actually a 17th guest. So we got played. There's not an actual 17th guest, which I'm fine with, like not having a 17th guest, but why what makes me upset is that they told us there was going to be a 17th guest. I would have been fine without one, but the fact that they told us there was going to be one, like that's what, and now there isn't, that's what kind of rubs me the wrong way. Like, I guess they just didn't want to say, like, we're gonna have AI. I mean, they could tell us about the AI. We already knew the house, the like theme was gonna be AI. They could lie to the house guests and be like, "Oh, it's gonna be a 17th member" to them. But why tell us that it's gonna be a 17th member? Why not just say AI is gonna be in the house, and then we'd figure out that like why make it seem like there's gonna be a 17th house guest when there's not? I'm ranting, but I really don't understand what the meaning of lying to us was about. I don't know if somebody could explain that to me because I just don't get it. I don't get it. But moving on. The two who voted yes were Quinn and Leah. The six that voted no were Decor, Lisa, Matt, was Brooklyn in this? Yeah, Brooklyn, Cedric, and Kenny. I have notes down here if you're wondering why I'm looking down. Um, what? Okay, so something interesting was actually, I'll talk about Leah. Um, before the whole voting thing, whenever she first entered the house, she showed some interest for Matt, but she said that he was like Prince Charming, like that was the vibe he was giving off. Um, but that she had to check under his shirt to see if it was to her liking, because as we know, her liking was is chubby, and that's not Matt. Matt's not chubby. So no, Matt is not to her liking. And something else she said was that was interesting to me, at least because this is someone I'm standing right now. She said she could see herself aligning more with Quinn. Yes! She needs to align with Quinn, please. I hope she doesn't. Well, I won't say anymore. Um, because that's not here or there for this episode. Um, what else? Oh, I try to come up with like a ship name for them, for Quinn and Leah, or like an alliance name for them, because we don't have to romanticize it. I was thinking, I don't know if these are lame though. Wea, or what was the other one? Just like Lynn or Leanne, Leanne, Leanne. They're lame, I think, but that's what we got, basically. I mean, unless somebody comes up with something better. Um, and then something else interesting about Leah was that whenever they pushed the button. Well, whenever they got told like, "Oh, Ainsley's actually AI. She was never actually a house guest. She's just AI, and she's gonna be in the house." You could see actually that Leah, when they were showing the faces, the reactions of each guest, she mouthed, "I knew it." She went, "I knew it." So we noticed, people noticed on Twitter, people said it. Um, and so it seems like the reason, even though on the confessional she said something different, in the moment it seems like the reason she said yes is actually because she knew whatever this was actually like a trick or something, or like she realized the answer she should give is actually yes and not no, even though house guests would most likely be like, add another player, because that's what most of them were thinking. Add another player, why? Why would I add another player who would just be another block in my road to win this money? So I'm guessing she saw more than that. She saw past that and was like, this is stinky. Something's going on with this. I'm gonna say yes because I'm pretty sure saying no is the wrong answer. That's what I think she was thinking, something around that. I don't know if we'll ever get her talking about that, like saying, like confirming, yeah, that's what was going through my head. But I guess I can just tell you guys. So it was only Leah and Quinn that had to do that competition for the advantage. The advantage was interesting. I liked it. Some people didn't like it. I liked it. They were in a box and that moved, and they had to take parts uh to they had to, what was the word, I forget, to update the AI's system or something. They needed to take parts and unplug them from certain areas and plug them to other areas of the wall and the floor. So, but because the room was shaking, they would like trip and fall. Well, not fall, but they were tripping on over themselves. Um, but the winner was Quinn. My fave right now. He's my fave. If I had to pick anyone, Quinn is my fave. And Angela. I did say that Angela was one of my winner picks. Cam's not really giving much right now, so I can't say Cam's my fave. Um, so yeah, right now Quinn and Angela are my faves, and Quinn just won an advantage, so looking good, honestly. So the people that voted no: Lisa, Matt, Cedric, Tikor, Brooklyn, and Kenny. They had to do a competition, a challenge, competition, whatever you want to say, where they had a disc and they had to put their face on it and move it on a path and move it to 4 slots, I think. I don't honestly know because none of them made it to the end. All of them only made it to, were able to get two of their disc into their allocated slots. So I didn't like how they chose who the loser was. Um, I did watch the Rob has a podcast um recap on it, on the episode, and I think Taryn, he was saying that he didn't agree with it either. He was saying, so what he said was Cedric wouldn't have lost if they scored it differently instead, and because it's not live, it makes even less sense why it was timed. This challenge was timed where they only had 60 seconds to get the challenge done, and however far they made it is like determined who, well, not even that, how it was determined that like the loser was the last disc you got into its slot. If it at what time, like the time stamp at, I can't speak, whatever the timestamp was for the last disc that you got into its spot. So everyone only got two discs. So whatever time it was for your second disc is like where they stopped the timer, I guess, and whoever had like took the longest to get their second disc in its slot is the loser. So that loser was Cedric. I think I already said that. I spoiled it, I guess. But yeah, the loser was Cedric, and Taryn. I think I'm saying his name right. Um, he was saying that if they would have, since it was this was pre-recorded, there shouldn't have been a timer, and if there was no timer and they just like, well, not a timer in like 60 seconds wise, if there was a timer as to whoever got the challenge complete fast or like slowest, that's the loser. Then he's saying it would have never been Cedric, it would have been someone else, because Cedric, honest, he said, and I noticed this too. Cedric made it the farthest out of everyone in that group. So it so for it to be Cedric who lost was odd, because he was the closest to getting it to the third slot, but he didn't make it because of those 60 seconds. But if it was just a challenge of whoever gets it done fastest or whoever gets it done slowest, technically, because it's the loser we're trying to figure out, then he wouldn't have been, it wouldn't have been Cedric, it would have been someone else. But we can't control that. They already told us Cedric is the loser. People were also saying that, some people were saying that Mackenzie, I keep trying, in my head I keep thinking Michaela, but her name is Mackenzie. Mackenzie, she, people were denying or doubting that she was the actual winner. That to them they thought that Joseph did it faster. But again, I think Big Brother's, the production's way of the timer is different to what we were thinking. So we were thinking, I can't remember fully. I just know it. Again, Taryn, he like he timed it himself and was like, she won. Like she was the winner because she did her buttons quicker than Joseph. Basically, people doubt right now. People have been doubting. Big Brother fans have been doubting who is the actual winner. But there's nothing much we can do once Big Brother says that the winner is this person for this challenge. The person already won. Like, we see all the challenges after everyone's already been, like, the winner has been decided. We can't, even it was if it turned out being that Mackenzie was actually not the winner and Joseph did do it faster, we could complain on Twitter, but I don't think Big Brother would have done anything about it. Anything. I don't even think they would have taken Joseph to the side and told him to go to the DR room and been like, "Hey, actually, you were the one that won that challenge, and we didn't realize until people on Twitter told us, and said, "Oh, your timestamp is wrong. He actually did it faster than her." I don't think they would have done that. I think they'd just ignore us like they are already. What else? My screen went blank. Okay. Oh, something I did. I'll mention these things first. These two things first. During the introductions, it turns out Brooklyn is not Latina. I thought we had a Latina in the house, but we do not. So in the last video, I think I did mention it where I was just like, well, actually, I don't know if she's Latina. She hasn't mentioned that she's Latina. And she's married, so her last name could actually just be from her. Well, her last name is from her husband, so her last name being Hispanic actually has nothing to do with her being Hispanic, just her kids. Her kids are Hispanic or half Hispanic or whatever. Um, but yeah, she is not Latina, and actually, she is half Cherokee, so she's Native American, and she's like 10% black, and then like 10% Irish and something else. I think British. So if anything's like 15%, I don't know. She's less than half percent black. So yeah, there's a Latino in the house, but no Latina, which is pretty sad. I really think that this is often a different tangent, but I think Latinas don't get represented enough, especially brown Latinas. Like, I think Latinas my skin color do be representing sometimes if we do, like America last season, but brown Latinas barely. Movies, shows, reality TV. I feel like there's not enough Latinas in these shows, and I want more. Give me more. Please. I want to be represented, and I want my brown Latinas to be represented as well. Um, moving on. At the end of the episode, I still have something to say after this, but I wanted to mention this real quick. At the end of the episode, we see Kenny talking to what's his name? Cedric. And Kenny says, "Oh, was this at the end? I think that at the end, Kenny this was, but what I wanted to mention didn't happen at the end. But whatever, I'll bring this up first. At the end of the episode, Kenny talks to Cedric and says that Kenny reminds him a lot about his son. So it turns out that this what I learned from something else, not from the show, but Kenny's been married twice. From his ex-wife is black, and he has two older children, who are already adults. I'm pretty sure that are half black, half white, and that's why Cedric reminds him of his son, but he did tell him, but he's a little bit older than you. But yeah. So his second wife is who he's married to now. I can't remember her name. And he has two little little kids from her. But I don't know if she's black. She's ambig- ambiguous, I think the word is. You can't really tell if she's black or if she's something Filipino. I don't know. I don't know. Um, but that's not what I wanted to say. That's just, I guess, popped up in my head, so I mentioned it. Um, what I did want to mention was again, Kenny and Cedric were talking at some point. I don't remember when in this episode. They were talking, and then we get a confessional of Cedric, and Cedric's talking to us, and he's saying that he sees Kenny's tattoo, an American flag, and that not that having an American flag as a tattoo is wrong. It's just it says something about you. So Cedric immediately his first thought is either Kenny has been in the military or like is in the military or he's a cop. So Cedric clocked it. I don't know if Cedric is gonna say anything to anyone. I would at least I would bring it up at some point. Be like, y'all don't realize he's a cop? Unless everyone already like unless everyone clocks it immediately and then it doesn't matter, honestly. Um what I don't know. Last thing I'll say about that is so many people in the military and I guess in the cops force in the force police force they all fall for this I want something on my body that represents everything I'm doing for this country. I want something about this country on my body permanently. And I love tattoos. I have tattoos. Let me I have tattoos. I love tattoos. So I have no issue with tattoos, but when you're in the Marine Corps and then you just put a stamp on you, a tattoo of the Marine Corps slogans, whatever, you're just you immediately make it obvious to everyone that you were in the Marine Corps, like, or you were in the military. The insignia, anything, like, I guess that's the point. You want people to notice that, but I don't know how Kenny didn't think. Maybe he thought somebody would just think he's patriotic, but nope. Somebody clocked it right away that you were a cop. Um, just for you guys to know, I don't have any Marine Corps tattoos on my body. None. Because it's cringe. I find it cringe, and a lot of other people find it cringe. My boyfriend finds it cringe too. But it's your body, so you can do whatever you want with it. Okay. Last thing I'll say, the most important thing about this episode was we finally got the results, the reveal. I don't know. We were told what the circumstances are for the losers, Cedric and Chelsea. So we know that what the punishment is, basically. Like, that's what they told us. They have not told us what the advantage is for um Mackenzie and Quinn. They AI Ainsley, she actually told us that they were going to be told later. Well, she didn't name them, but she said that the winners are going to be told their advantage afterwards. And then Julie later told us that we'd find out the next day. Not the next day, on Sunday. But basically, the punishment for the losers was told to everyone, and everyone was told who. So Ainsley told them that it's Cedric and Chelsea, and that they're gonna be mascots for this entire week. But I guess it has no costumes, so I don't really see the mascot in it, unless maybe they're giving costumes only for during the challenges, because part of the mascot role or the punishment is that they can't play for HOH, and they can't play for the veto, and they cannot, oh wait, and they can be nominated for eviction. So, you know how I said maybe the punishment would be that they, like, for a whole day they wouldn't be able to interact with anyone? I think they would take that rather than this. What the, oh my gosh. Like, that is, I mean, I haven't been watching, like, I didn't watch a bunch of seasons of Big Brother. I've only seen less than a handful. This is the worst punishment I've ever seen. If there has been a worse one, then please inform me. But this one seems crazy. You can't get HOH because you're not allowed to play in the competition. You can't get a veto, or you can be nominated. You can be nominated for eviction, but you can't play for the veto. So you just have to be a nom. You would get it, and you just have to be like, okay. I can't do anything about it. That's crazy. Oh my gosh. That's not just a disadvantage. That's a here's a blindfold, step into this fire, no water afterwards. The exit is also on fire. Like, what? I don't know how. That's just awful. If I got told that, like that I lost, and then this is my punishment, I'd be like, okay, my game's done. I'd be that one me, like I'm wasting my time here. They're gonna win. Like, let me go. Like, why am I here? I'm gonna be nominated and I'm gonna be evicted. Just let me leave. I'm wasting my time. That'd be me. I'd be panicking. So I can't imagine how Chelsea and Cedric are gonna be. And it sucks. Like, really? And you can't even blame production this time as like being racist. You can't because like this was fully not on them. Like this was, I mean the punishment was on them, but like the people of color, the black people, were the ones that lost, and there's nothing we can do about it. Like that's how it is. It's, it's, so if they get nominated, I actually heard that that would be like the third year where somebody black was nominated, and I think the third year that somebody black was evicted, and like the first one evicted. I'm pretty sure I saw that somewhere on Twitter, and people are like, "Damn, we can't even like we can complain about it, but it's no one's fault but theirs for losing." I don't know. I mean, I already know the results because I saw the feeds, but I'm relaying how I felt in the moment, where I was just like, "Damn, Cedric and Chelsea. Both their names start with C. I don't know if Chelsea's half black, but she kind of looks like she's half black. She's on the lighter skin, so I was like, um, the light skins, people with a C in their name, and people who are light skinned are not. This was not their week, which was Chelsea and Cedric. I keep forgetting his name. Chelsea and Cedric were just F after like I don't know. I mean, I think I should just stop talking about it. Like that was something. I might make a video about everything that's going down right now in the feeds. It's a lot. It's a lot. Alliances, kumbaya is over. Alliances are everywhere. Alliances are here. Alliances are there. Alliances are in front of you. Alliances are behind you. Oh, what did I step on? Oh, an alliance. There's alliances everywhere. I don't know what they're gonna do for Sunday's episode. Like they have so much to jam into that Sunday episode, and it's probably not gonna have everything. Like it's been okay, it's been a 24 hours I think since we've the live feed has started, and it's been crazy, and it's just been 24 hours. We missed everything that happened before, like the 2 days before, but Leah was the one that said that at first everything was kumbaya that first day, and then boom, 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 boom. Like that's what, like she was making these kind of hand gestures, and so I'm guessing we didn't really miss much first day, but I'm guessing second day, yeah, second day we did. But that's how production wanted it to be, so it was done like that. Um, I'm gonna end it there before I start talking more about the feeds. Let me put my hair like this. If you like the video, please like the video. If you have something to comment on that I missed, that you guys noticed, please put it down in the comments. Or if there's anything that you wanted to tell me, put it down in the comments. If you wanted to ask about the manga behind me, go ahead, put it in the comments. I could talk to you about it. Like maybe make a video, who knows. Um I'm gonna start watching the feeds. I hope you're watching the feeds if you have the time for it. Like, subscribe, comment. I'm gonna end there. Bye.